August 1944. Across the ocean, the Second World War grinds on. But in the small town of Mattoon, Illinois, life moves at a slower rhythm. Children play in dusty yards, neighbors chat on porches, and the summer air hums with cicadas. But one night, in a modest house on Grant Avenue, terror steals in like a thief. Inside, Charles Kearney and his wife, Aline, are settling down. Their young daughter sleeps in the next room. The house is warm, the night still. Then, Aline stiffens. She smells something, sweet, heavy, cloying. It drifts through the open window like perfume gone rancid.
Charlie, do you smell that?
Charles lifts his head, frowning. Before he can answer, Aline clutches at her legs. Her voice rises in panic.
My legs! I can't move them!
Her limbs feel weighted with stone, her breath shallow. Charles leaps from the bed, rushes to the window, and peers out into the dark yard. For the briefest instant, he sees a shape, a tall figure slipping into the shadows, impossibly fast.
Hey, stop.
He crashes out the door barefoot, sprinting across the lawn. But the stranger is gone, vanished into the still night. Behind him, Aline cries out, her daughter screaming in fright. Charles races back inside. The sweet smell lingers, thick and unnatural, as though the air itself has turned against them. By morning, Mattoon hums with whispers. Neighbors gather outside the Kearney home, trading, worried glances. The Daily Journal Gazette prints a headline that chills the town. Anesthetic prowler on the loose. And then come more reports. A man wakes in the night to find his wife vomiting, her legs numb. A mother claims she saw a shadow move past her window just before the odor crept in. A family dog collapses, whining as though poisoned. Each account is the same: a sickly sweet odor, sudden nausea, paralysis, and a fleeting glimpse of someone or something outside. Soon the name spreads, the Mad Gasser. At the diner, men mutter over coffee.
Nazi spy. That's what he is. Testing poison gas right here in Mattoon.
Another shakes his head.
Or a lunatic escaped from the plant. You mark my words, he'll strike again.
Theories are easy, comfort is not. As the sun sets, doors slam shut, windows are nailed closed, and fathers keep rifles propped beside their chairs. Night after night, the attacks continue. In one home, a woman named Beulah Cordes discovers a damp cloth left on her porch. Curious, she lifts it to her nose. Within moments, she collapses, her lips swollen, her nose bleeding from some invisible toxin. The police test the rag, but the lab finds nothing at all. In another home, a husband wakes to find his wife gasping, her skin clammy. The sweet smell hangs in the bedroom like a curse. He throws open the window, but the yard is empty, silent, save for the distant chirp of insects. The newspapers feed the frenzy. State police arrive, even Army chemical warfare experts. They patrol with masks and detection devices, but every reading comes up empty. And still, the phantom prowls. Soon the whole town is armed. Men gather in patrols, pacing their blocks, shotguns clutched tight. Mothers huddle with children in candlelit rooms, straining to hear the hiss of a pump or the scrape of a window frame. But the gasser moves like smoke, appearing and vanishing without a trace. One sweltering night, a group of men decide to set a trap. They wait outside a farmhouse, hidden in the hedges, rifles ready. The hours crawl past in silence. A cricket chirps, a dog barks in the distance, and every sound makes their nerves jolt. Then, at last, it comes. A hiss. Subtle at first, then sharper. The sweet, chemical odor slithers across the yard. One man gags, pressing a handkerchief to his face.
He's here! He's here!
A shadow glides across the dirt road, tall, lean, faceless, in the dark. Someone fires. The crack of a shotgun splits the night. Shouts erupt, men charging forward. Lanterns swing, boots pound against the grass. But when the smoke clears, the road is empty. Only the smell lingers, faint and mocking. They find nothing but trampled weeds, as though the figure had melted back into the night. And then, silence. By mid-September, the attacks cease as suddenly as they began. The police declare it a case of mass hysteria. The war overseas claims the headlines once more. Mattoon exhales, weary but unbroken. But some things cannot be so easily dismissed. Families still double-check their windows at night. Children still wake crying, certain they smell something sweet in the dark. The Mad Gasser was never caught, never identified, never explained. Some say it was a prowler with chemicals, hiding in the cornfields. Others insist it was all imagination, born of war nerves and sleepless nights. But those who lived through it remember. They remember the paralysis, the nausea, the figure slipping away, just as help arrived. They remember how dread itself seeped through their windows like a poisonous fog. And sometimes, on heavy summer nights, when the breeze carries a faint, cloying sweetness, neighbors of Mattoon still pause, still listen, still wonder if the Mad Gasser is out there, waiting. And if he is, perhaps he never left.